Hi, this is Andy Armacost, the president of the University of North Dakota. Perhaps you've heard of the movie Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Well, I have good news. Mr. Armacost went to Bismarck. Last week, I had the chance to meet with the state legislature and the Senate Appropriations Committee and to share the case of UND and to really articulate why we need the funding levels and the programs that we do on our campus. And it was an amazing experience. It was truly the example of government by the people and for the people. And the chance I had to interact with our state legislators was just truly amazing. We talked about things like vaccinations and higher ed budgets, police districting, and more. These bills are before the state legislature. And I had a chance to testify. We might ask you to testify as well on behalf of a university or a system position. But you might also choose that there's a topic that you would like to testify on. If you do that in a personal capacity, here's what you must do. You must distinguish yourself as an individual versus a representative of the institution. And to do so, all you do is just say, the comments I'm providing are my own personal opinions and don't reflect the beliefs or the opinions of the university. So make sure that you include that if you do end up testifying on an issue that's near and dear to your heart personally. Let me put my public health hat on, which I do in each of these videos. I need to remind you to test frequently. We have these great antigen tests that give you an answer within 15 minutes, and they're very easy to take. The way that we can control the virus is to make sure that we identify it when it's out there, and we knock it down. And I know that my wife and I, Kathy and I, have been deeply impacted by COVID in the fall semester. We tested positive on Halloween. It turns out that our number one goal has been, even before the infection, after the infection, during the infection, was to keep other people safe. And so testing is part of that keeping others safe strategy. So by all means, test frequently and take care of your friends and colleagues. And for the remainder of this spring, we're going to continue to monitor the pandemic and adjust accordingly. Last week, the governor announced that the state would move to safety level green. And this is where it gets confusing because there's several different color schemes. Our system, which I think we designed before the state, had a certain color scheme, green, yellow, and red. And then the state has one that's blue, green, yellow, orange, red. And all the colors mean something a little bit different. So when the governor goes to green, it means we're still in the yellow category. In other words, there will continue to be restrictions on gathering sizes, requirements to wear face coverings, and so forth. And so just pay attention to that. Don't be confused by the color schemes, but pay close attention to what the governor and we are asking you to do. And speaking of the governor, here's a great announcement. It just came out yesterday. And that is that the governor has decided that universities are a critical asset to our state. And when it comes to the vaccinations, which I encourage each of you to get, the governor will make sure that we get those vaccinations for our campuses over the summer. And so this is great news so that we can march into the fall semester and make sure that each and every one of us has the vaccination and that we keep each other safe. So that's really good news. And again, for the fall semester, we're going to open like we were pre-pandemic. Activities, face-to-face classes, activities and events happening as they had before, and normal dining and rooming arrangements on campus. And so this is great news. This is a return to normal, let's hope. But we're going to pay close attention to the pandemic, and if it prevents us from getting there, we'll let you know. But right now, the plan is to move forward with a fully open campus in the fall semester. And this spring, some activities will continue to happen. And there's one in particular that I wanted to make sure that you knew about. This is a reminder about our Career Expo on Tuesday, February 2nd, from 1 to 7 p.m. And this will happen virtually using the UND Handshake platform. So simply go to Career Services and check it out. This Career Expo is a great opportunity for you to engage with recruiters and employers, to increase your knowledge and potential for different job opportunities, and to gain practice in meeting with others and trying your best to impress them. Students can register for either one-on-one sessions or group sessions, and we have more than 80 employers who are attending. The staff at Career Services can help you out in advance of the Expo. They'll look at your resumes and offer advice there. They can help you practice your elevator pitch, and they'll ensure that your handshake profile looks good. All you have to do is schedule an appointment with Career Services through Starfish. And finally, let me draw your attention to an important event that's coming up, albeit 3 years away, and this is our Spring 2024 accreditation through the Higher Learning Commission. Now, the Higher Learning Commission is what we call a regional accrediting body. It's one of 6 regional accrediting bodies that operates on behalf of the U.S. Department of Education to ensure high-quality programs are offered by our universities across the United States. And so this event, you might think it's all academics, but it's not. Accreditation involves all facets of our campus, from our academic programs to our budgeting systems to our strategic planning efforts to how we make sure that our mission statement across the board is truly realized for our students. And so these campus visits happen once every 10 years. Our visit comes up soon, but the planning under Provost Debbie Storrs and her staff begins now. And so please, if asked to help out, please do so, and let's make sure we represent our campus the best way possible and receive the best benefits out of accreditation. So, until next time, let's continue to look out for each other to make sure we're all doing well, whether it's physically, emotionally, or mentally. Look out for one another, show gratitude for each other, and show your love and support for one another. And until next time, we'll see you then.